Hey y'all, it's September the 3rd, 2018. Another quick video. I didn't mean to make it, but I just got a comment just right now. And it was pertaining to, I guess, autism. My autistic video is put up. And I got another one coming, but people were talking about autism because of my autistic video. And the commenter, a dear commenter and contributor to this channel, but the founder of a even more amazing channel, Mark, he left a comment, and gosh, man, his comments, I gotta reply to him. I have to. But I had to also admit that writing a lot of words in the form of comment scares me. And I don't know if that makes sense. I'm not trying to make it make sense. It scares me to do so many words. And my natural instinct now at this point is just to make video about it. If I'm gonna comment in response, because his comments are worthwhile. I mean, there should be a whole book filled with Mark's comments, right? So in response to his comment, he's talking about autism. He has experience with autistic people, and that's what we were talking about. And he said, he noticed certain things about the people that he came in contact with, autistic people and stuff. They just didn't have the same kind of sense of humor, or they didn't have much of a sense of humor. They didn't laugh at this and that, or they didn't involve themselves with all sort of mundane and lots of times nonsensical things that we typically do on an average as a society, all right, collectively. They don't participate in certain things. And that's what's noted about autistic people. Like I said, it's a rebellion in the brain, or at least that's my theory. Right? It rebels from something that's going on in the environment. I don't know what it is, or if it's with society or whatever. I believe it's probably individualized for each autistic person. The rebellion in their brain is individualized to them, and it's sincerely rebelling to something, right? And you can find out what it is. I mean, take some reverse engineering is what I'm suggesting. But he said he noticed that these autistic people, they kind of see through, they're forced to see through some of the aspects of our society, our collective society, that just simply do not add up. Forced to add it up. We need to add it up. It needs to add up, and if it doesn't, something needs to be done. And that's kind of the nature of autistic people. And then you can go the whole other way and start looking into deficiencies and ailments and those sort of things if you wanted to, but not really concentrating on that. And since I want to very much agree, like with Matron Mark, I think we're both coming to a conclusion or similar conclusions in which this autism is showing us certain things. Pay attention. You'll see it rebelling against certain things, just not accepting. And this is in reference to any autistic person that you look. If you look at any autistic person, you're gonna know after a while what it is that's going on. You're gonna figure it out if you indeed care to find out. You're gonna figure that out, and you're gonna kind of see why that is, and begin to understand why that is. I think in the whole, the collective, that autistic people are going to basically be utilized in that sense to find out, because something in our society is really, really going wrong. And regardless of how good I might have it or how good you might have it, so there's some stuff going on, and it's not acceptable. It's just not affordable. And autism's here to point that out. And what I also do want to note about any autistic person that you meet, they're not going to be right about everything. They're not some sort of genius. They're not any better than any other person or any worse than any other person. All right? They are not some all-seeing type thing. They're not going to tell you the truth all the time because they don't know the truth. You have to take each individual as they come. They're going to have their hang-ups. They're going to have all sort of things that they don't understand yet, or maybe will never understand. But there's going to be that one aspect of their rebellion that if you pay close attention to it, you're going to find out that that aspect truly is legitimate and genuine. and it sincerely is opposing some sort of force in our environment, some way or another. And that will be utilized in order to completely reverse engineer all this evil, all this nonsensical, suicidal nature that's worked its way into every crevice of our society. It's going to work that out. It's a process. You might call it the tribulation. I don't know what you would call it. It's exciting. It's an exciting process. But it's also important to know, like I said, you're not never going to find an autistic person that knows everything or has any clue about most things. All right, this is just one thing. It's usually just one thing or maybe a few things that this autistic person really does know that you really could learn from. Meanwhile, most of society looks at the autistic people and thinks, oh man, this person's doing something completely random for no reason, and we got to cure it, or we got to not cure it, or we got to accept it, or something like this. No, you gotta try to understand it. You have to try to understand it. But first you have to listen. You have to learn how to listen. Right? And I do want to leave out on this note, being that I got skin in the game, if you will, that I am autistic and stuff, it's something that I got to remember about myself, and I would suggest for all the other autistic people out there to remember about themselves is you're not right. Most of the stuff that you think you know, you don't. You're not right about it. But it's something that's taking place without your permission. It's just happening regardless. There's a rebellion taking place in your brain for some reason. And there is a reason. The reason is to change the world. In fact, maybe set it on fire. Who knows? Anyways, I'll holler at y'all a little bit later. It's September the 3rd, 2018. And I appreciate y'all. I'll be doing the music broadcast pretty dang soon. So I'll holler at y'all.